everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tinman here. I was having a rummage around my vinyl collection the other day, and I've got a separate shelf for my 7-inch records. And do you know what? I haven't looked through these in ages. I was a massive 7-inch record collector first before getting into LPs. I always said I'm only going to collect 7-inch records. I'm never going to get onto LPs because it's a slippery slope, and I'm down that slippery slope right now. But I don't really collect 7 inches unless it's something amazing coming out or anything like that, or something special. But I'm quite proud of my 7-inch collection. Now, my 7-inch collection is mainly hardcore, mainly punk, and it's pretty bloody big. But I've got a little selection of movie 7 inches, like 7 inches from movies, from soundtracks. And I thought, you know what? I've never shown them on the channel. So here we go. We're going through my 7-inch movie soundtrack collection, starting with John Carpenter's Anthology 7-inch. Now, this came with the Anthology LP, which I don't own. This actually was a gift off Liam, which I made up for because he's not fussed with 7 inches. He said to me in the past, like, you know, I'll collect a couple, he said. I'll have a few in my collection, but he's not primarily a 7-inch collector. I suppose I'm not in a sense anymore, but like I say, if I see something amazing, I'll go for it. Anyway, he didn't want the 7-inch that came with the record. He happily passed it over to me. Happy days. The reason why I'm extremely happy to receive this gift is it's Body Bags. Absolutely love that movie. A TV movie nonetheless. John Carpenter special, the 3 anthology thing. It's the whole Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, you know, the anthology idea. I absolutely love the anthology idea. Really, people need to make more anthology movies. They really do. So it came with, obviously, Body Bags, which is amazing. I love it. And actually, the actual image in the writing is from something, but I can't. Is that? I'm trying to work out. Is that? I think if you look closely, that is actually John Carpenter as the mortician. Was it the mortician he played? It wasn't really a mortician. Anyway, he was the he played the role, didn't he? He did the introduction, the shorts, which was brilliant. You should never see him do that anymore. But yeah, I think that's what the image is inside the letters. So that's really cool. So that was on side A. That's side B. On side A was Village of the Damned, March of the Children. And I'm guessing in that one you have another image from Village of the Damned. I love that movie. Great movie. Doesn't get enough love, Village of the Damned. Great movie. So I haven't got it out, but there's nothing special. It's just black vinyl. But it's such a nice piece to have because it's a classic bit of John Carpenter. And I made up that Liam was, you know, didn't want it because it was like, yes, Body Bags, man. Needs a vinyl reissue. Needs to be released properly on DVD or on Blu-ray in the UK. We haven't got much. Honestly, it's scarce. But if you want to check out Body Bags, you never have, or if you want to revisit it and you don't own it, it's free on YouTube. I say that. I hope it still is. But yeah, free on YouTube. All of it in one. So yeah, Body Bags, Village of the Damned. What a cracking start. So that's part 1. Next up, there was a load of 7-inch records up on eBay a while back, and I think it was about 9 in total, and some of them were crap, and I've included them in this because it's part of the 7-inch collection. But it was like, there's a couple of gems in there, and I think it was something like 10 quid or 15 quid for the lot, and I was like, yes please. So yeah, so one of them that came was Addams Family MC Hammer. It's got tape on the front. I've never noticed that, but it doesn't really matter. Adam's Groove. I'm guessing that's from the second movie. I think so. Taken from the cassette and album Too Legit to Quit, 91. I can't remember if that's from the first film or the second film. The Addams Family theme incorporated. Yeah, I can't remember. But I love both the Addams Family movies. If I had to choose, I think I prefer Addams Family Values. I just think that the character of Debbie, played by Joan Cusack, amazing. And festive when he's dressing up and he's got the wig. Oh, don't get me started. So yeah, so I haven't played this, but it's Adam's Groove. I'm sure I'll probably know it when it comes on. So side 1, Adam's Groove LP mix. Side 2, Street Soldier Saxapella reprise. I have no idea. Anyway, but yeah, it's Adam's Family. It's you know what I mean. It's classic. Oh, the old classic 7 inches Capitol used to do. Remember them? Look at that. It's like embossed words, capital everything. It's all embossed. A and B. So there's B and there's A. Looks like it's had a few plays in its time. Anyway, it's Addams Family. It's classic. Everyone loves Addams Family. I struggle watching anything new Addams Family because even like Wednesday, to me the Addams Family movies were the ones we got in the 90s. Just superb. I know they're not the original, but still superb. So yeah, Addams Family, Addams Groove. God, I bet it sounds awful now. Next up, not really a movie, but it came with this bundle, so I thought I'd throw it in anyway. And it is Dr. Spin for Tetris. I played it. It sounds awful. It sounds goddamn awful. But it's Tetris. It's Nintendo. Yeah, why not? Dr. Spin, side 1 Tetris, side 2 Play Game Boy. Yeah, I thought it would just be the dee 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 dee. It's something else. It's like a remix version, and it's horrible. Polydor, Dr. Spin, there you go. Tetris and Dr. Spin, Play Game Boy, just your basic A and B vinyl, there you go. Yeah, it was part of the set. Like I say, I'll put it in with it because, it came with the set, but not really movie related, but still. Tetris, classic game. Next up, this is a beauty. Next two, we'll get one at a time. Here we go. Next up was when Death Waltz released The Shining. Now I've done a full unboxing review of both of these together if you want to see a proper one, but I will show you these now anyway. So obviously this was the only bit of The Shining that you're going to get, because obviously there's the whole copyright deal with the original. If you can get hold of an original, which I believe is still a bootleg, I don't actually know. There's been some bootleg recently come out on yellow vinyl, whatever. Liam's in the Shining Club, he's got one. I think it's an original, but I'm happy with these two because the two tracks you get, which is The Shining and Rocky Mountains, are my favourite two from the release anyway, so I have no need to buy the full 12-inch. And I think I said that on our review. But classic red cover, look at that. On the back there with the track titles and the same again. Death Waltz, man. So much love for Death Waltz. I love Death Waltz. What a label that was, honestly. What a time. What a time to be alive. I've said this before. What a time to be alive when Death Waltz was going. Absolutely amazing. So there you go. Look at them colours. Split 3 ways. I've got the A and B there. Let's do the A first. Look at that. So there's a main title, The Shining. Black, purple and green. Love it. Absolutely love it. Solid. Solid records. Yeah, man. It was a must. As soon as I knew these were coming out, it was like, well, do you know what? It's my two favourite tracks from the LP, done in 7-inch. It was a must. It was a must. And it wasn't one of those buys where I'm like, I'm going to buy these so they'll be worth money and they'll sell them on and blah, blah, blah. No, I collect to keep and then passed on to my kids. Because when I go, my record collection, for the record here now, my record collection is split between all my kids. They can all fight over it. Yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, Red Shining. Next up was the yellow version that came out at the same time. Both came out at the same time. I think I bought them both the same day. So you got the same again, Shining, Rocky Mountains, but that's the yellow, isn't it? It's the classic. Oh, amazing. Yeah, good, man, good. Here we go. So that's that. Put that there. We've got, look at the colours. It's the rug, isn't it? Cut a rug. Look at that. The red, the orange, the brown, the rug colour. Love it. Brilliant. Rocky Mountains and The Shining main title. Wendy Carlos. Watertown music. They've tried a million times, I think, like Death Waltz and other various places to try and get The Shining done. Wendy Carlos won't budge on it. As far as I'm aware, she won't budge. So there you go. So that's The Shining. Absolute horror classic. Next up, one of my personal absolute favourites. I got this, I think, a couple of years ago. Could have got this during lockdown, to be honest. And it was like, I've always wanted it and never actually pulled the trigger. So it was time to get Tenacious D, the pick of destiny. Let's take it out of that wrapper because it's probably got glare galore. Look at that. Picture disc. POD. I love the D. I absolutely adore Tenacious D. And I made up because I actually have tickets to see them next year. I cannot wait in Manchester. Yes. Long live the D. So what do you get on this? And on the back, got to show you the back. It's reverse. It's just the same image reversed. It's basically They're both the same, aren't they? What tracks do you get on this? Obviously, you get the greatest single and B-side of all time. OD. So side 1 is POD with the Pick of Destiny, because it's the pick, dan, 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 of Destiny Child. Anyway, and then side 2 is Kong, which is unreleased. It's a great track. It really is. So yeah, that was made up to get that. There are some more Tenacious D 7-inches I need out there. Just haven't really got round to doing it yet, but we will. But that one I'm showing mainly because it is movie related, because it's from the movie. So I've got other Tenacious D records, but they're not movie related. Okay, next up. Saw this. Paid a little bit of money for this. Probably a bit silly, really, but you know, you do these things you do back in the day. It's the Daredevil 7-inch. From the when it was in the Netflix series. I loved the Netflix series of Daredevil. I know it's coming to Disney Plus to doing a series soon. Daredevil Reborn, I believe. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's good. It was nothing as dark as the Netflix show. It was superb. For if you're into the Marvel stuff and you want a little bit dark and you've seen Daredevil but gone, it's bloody Marvel. Check this out. This one is really good. Yeah, Charlie Cox, absolute legend, who actually FaceTimed me on my birthday and wished me a happy birthday. Check it out. I was absolutely made up. He FaceTimed me on my birthday. My daughter went to a con. He was there. She said, "Would you?" He said, "Yes." And he FaceTimed me on my birthday. Legend. Legend. But there you go. So on the back, you've got 2 tracks. You've got main title and Fogwell's Gym. I do have the full score anyway, but this was I saw this and I was like, I had to have this. This is one of them old school classic. Middle missing. Look at that. Yeah? So side A is main title and side B, Fogwell's Gym. Superb. Superb. I do have the middle piece somewhere to play these 7-inches. Somewhere. Like I say, I don't really play me 7-inches that much. I used to back in the day all the time, but I don't really get time to doing it now anyway. Daredevil. Superb. Next up. Oh, the absolute classic. John Carpenter's The Fog. Yes! And it's the silver screen exclusive, apparently. Silver Screen Records exclusive. Theme from The Fog and Ghost Story. And it's that classic image, isn't it? On the back, Jamie Lee Curtis. Look at that. Oh, reviewed these in the past. So if you want to see a proper one, go back and have a look. Red vinyl. Don't know why it's on red, but there you go. Theme from The Fog. Big load of fluff. And B, Ghost Story. My actual... I don't know if Halloween 3 or The Fog is my favourite John Carpenter score. It's not Halloween. I know, I can hear you saying it, but for me, I like Halloween, don't get me wrong. I love the score to Halloween. John Carpenter's score is phenomenal. But it's either The Fog or Halloween 3. It's just, both of them are just something I always go to, and I can't decide which one I prefer. What's better, The Fog or Halloween? Halloween 3. Let me know which score you prefer. So yeah, silver screen, exclusive, The Fog. Classic image. Classic. Next up. While we're in town, let's carry on with another one. Yes, this is the same again. Main theme, Ghost Story, but this one, more fitting, is green. As it should be, to go with the rest, and B, Ghost Story. They came up, I couldn't say no. I have the silver screen. I do have one very, very beautiful version from Death Waltz, but it was like, I just love it. It's got one of my 2 favourite tracks as well. Ghost Story. Ghost Story the 11:55. Could be. I'm not sure actually, to be honest. But theme from The Fog is with the lightning and the ding ding. Matthew Ghost Story is my favourite track on that. What a track. Absolute belter. The Fog. Next up, this came in part of that set. It's not something I'd go for, but it was part of the set. Terminator 2, and it's Guns N' Roses. I've never been a Guns N' Roses fan. I've never liked them. Never, ever liked them. I think I listened to Use Your Illusion 2 on cassette back in the day, but that's then I discovered real music. Sorry, Guns N' Roses fans, it's not for me. But classic image, and it's a classic song to go with the movie. It's the classic chase, isn't it? So yeah, You Could Be Mine, LP version, and then Civil War, which I don't know, from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. What a movie, though. What an absolute movie. The only film I saw in the cinema twice. Sorry, the first time I ever went to the cinema twice. I was wowed the first time I actually went back and said, yes, give me some more. So there you go. You Could Be Mine, Geffen Records. These are a bit of a mess, to be honest. A bit battered. And then the Civil War track as well on black. I haven't played it. Look at that. Coming this summer. Amazing. Terminator 2, man. It's a milestone in like special effects and storytelling. James Cameron just absolutely nails it every time, doesn't he? He really does. Well, he did then anyway. Okay, so there you go. Guns N' Roses. Next up. Whoa, here we go. My very first 7-inch, but not actually this one because I've got the other one here somewhere. Here you go. This was my very first 7-inch. Don't ask me why, but I have two. Oh, this came with that bundle. This came with the bundle. So we'll do my original first. This is the very first 7-inch I ever owned. I went to Woolies and I bought it. It was 99p. And it was from, here you go, 1990. I remember going to buy it. I remember as well walking home, being a plum and going, ooh, look at this. And then the 7-inch fell out and it hit the deck. And because I was walking while doing it, I actually kicked it and it just went across the concrete. So, although this is my very first 7-inch, I guarantee you right now, I will not be playing it because it is absolutely battered. Although I played it back then. Yes, I did. Stupidly. But yeah, it's absolute. You can see the scratches from where it went skimming across the concrete. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it in the light. Absolutely battered. But that was, kids wouldn't. I mean, I remember doing it and going, no! But I fucking booted it. Woo! Off it went. There you go. But there you go. But yeah, it was my first 7-inch I ever bought. It was like, ooh, I can buy my own records, you know what I mean? And this had just come out in 1990 and I was made up. So this is Turtle Power, the single edit. The song is actually terrible now. Honestly, it's awful. And then side 1 and side 2 is Splinter's Tale 1 and 2, which I can't remember what they're like. This was the limited edition poster bag. So this folded, this is the original one. This folds out. I must have had this on me. Have I had it on my wall? No. I might have, because it looks like there's blue tack stains on the corner. It folds out, and it's that. The poster from the first movie. Yeah? And on the back, you get images and stuff like that. Kept it. Kept it all these years, because that's what I'm like, So that was my original. I'll put it there. I'll put it in its bag later. Because in this set that I bought, came another one. Now this is literally, it says HMV 199. I know that was bought at the time. Could have been for 199. It would have been. I got mine for 99p. This is literally just the single, no poster, just in a very basic. If anything, I could play that one. Although that one's got, Jesus, that one's scuffed as well, battered, isn't it? Anyway, Turtle Power, Partners in Crime, with a K. Yeah. Next up, this was in the set as well, and I was made up to get this because of one of my absolute favourites. Kiss, God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2. Performed by Kiss, but I only found out recently that's a cover. It's not actually theirs. It's by, I can't remember who it's by. It's by someone else. I always thought it was a Kiss track. It's not. A totally unpredicted 7-inch single from the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. My absolute favourite Bill and Ted's movie. I like the first one, but 2, Bogus Journey, superb. If you want to know horror, yeah, we were a horror channel, yeah, you want to know horror, go watch Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, yeah, where they go down into hell, right, and he's sitting there with his nan, who actually is Alex Winter, dressed as his nan, yeah, himself, yeah, and he's got the hair on his, he's coming over and he's got the eyes and he's saying, give us a kiss, mate. That is flat out terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You think, all these horror movies are bad. Go watch that. Anyway, I digress. Kiss, 7-inch. God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2, which is a cover. And on the back, Junior's Gone Wild by King's X. Yes, love it. Do have the actual full soundtrack for this. If you want to see more movie soundtracks that aren't horror, which I own, let me know. I'll do a video. I've got plenty of non-horror soundtracks, really. I've got a lot of John... I haven't got a lot of John Hughes. I've got some John Hughes classics. I've got some greats. So let me know if you want to see them. I'll show them. I really will. So 7-inch is classic Interscope label. Reminds me of Helmet, the band. There you go. And it's just black vinyl. God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2, and Junior's Gone Wild. I think on the back, this one says God Gave Rock and Roll to You Edit. Now, in work, they put on Planet Rock, which... not Planet Rock. They put on Absolute Rock Radio, which is great because it plays all the greats. And basically it's all the old greats, which means I'm an old fart. And this comes on, and I always think they cut out that middle bit because it's the edit. They cut out the heavy bit, the din 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 before the din 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 din, and it comes back in. It's always cut out, so I'm guessing it's this version that they're actually playing, which is interesting because I didn't realise. Kiss. God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Brilliant. Next up, my favourite comedy of all time. I have shown this before in another video, but one of my drunken purchases. It's the Rhythm Heritage version of Young Frankenstein. Now that's the groovy, funky version of the score. It's brilliant. It really is. Yeah. So that was a drunken purchase one night after coming back from the pub. I think I bought it for a tenner. Couldn't say no. Both sides got the same image. Classic Young Frankenstein. What a movie. Absolute movie. Record is, so that's very old. That is battered. Yeah, very old. Someone's put it in a nice normal dust jacket. So there we go. 1975. That is in pristine condition from 1975. ABC Records. Middle missing. So theme from Young Frankenstein, Rhythm Heritage. It's a promo because it's the same on promotional copy, not for sale, and same on the other side, even though it's got a red mark on it. But yeah, it's a promo record, but it's cool. It's good to have from the Young Frankenstein collection because you can't beat a bit of Young Frankenstein. So put that one back in. Damn your eyes! Too late. Yeah, man. What a movie. What a movie. Put that there. It takes too long to put it back in. Next one. I really don't know anything about this one. Here we go. Another Turtles one. Spin That Wheel. Turtles Get Real. High Tech 3 featuring Yakid K. I thought this was from one of the other movies, but I think this is from the first one. I don't know. I have no idea. It's the image from the first movie, but I don't know. Is there any Turtles fans out there who can tell me more about this? I don't know. I've not played it. But Spin That Wheel. Side A is 7-inch pizza mix and B 7-inch pizza dub mix. I thought it was from 3 because I always saw the 3 on there and thought it was from Turtles 3, but it's totally not, is it? There we go. Brothers Organization Records. High Tech blah 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 featuring Yakid K. I have no idea. Yeah, so yeah, it's part of that set. Distributed by Total BMG sticker on the back. Taken from the soundtrack album Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, there you go. It's from the first movie. It is. I didn't have a clue. So that's an addition I don't know nothing about. So that's it. Is that it? Is that the lot? Oh, forgot about these. I nearly forgot, man. Nearly forgot. My last two. First up, Ghostbusters. Yes, it is. Ghostbusters, a gift off my friend Jade. Thank you very much. This was amazing. Ghostbusters, 7-inch, which I never owned. Would you believe? I've got like the scores and everything else and the 12-inch singles and stuff like that, but I never owned the actual Ghostbusters there. Image on the back from the music video. Ray Parker Jr. with the Ghostbusters doing the dance as it should be. Nice to see Winston in there finally. Yeah, there's a big hoo-ha about that, isn't there, to be fair? Poor old Winston always got left out. So there you go. Actually, is it embossed? It's like an embossed almost. Yeah, so is that side A? Side A, Ghostbusters. Slightly embossed. And then on the back, side B, which is the instrumental version, which is good. Which you do get on the original soundtrack, but it's nice to have the instrumental. So yeah, classic Ghostbusters. A must for any horror fan or music fan. Okay, last one. Here we are. We've reached the end. Had to be got. It's On Our Own, Bobby Brown, Ghostbusters 2. Classic image. I love the jumpsuits of part 2 because they're darker. I don't know what it is. I just love the jumpsuit image on part 2. I really do. And that's classic. And again, Winston's there. And so we bloody well should be. So yeah, brilliant. Bobby Brown, On Our Own. I do love that track because of Ghostbusters 2. On the back there, On Our Own there. Old Bobby there. track 2 on our own with rap. I don't know what the with rap is, but yeah, well, I don't think we need the rap version, do we, to be honest? Okay, here we go. Bobby Brown on our own. There we go. A and then B with the rap version. So yeah. So there you go. That is my 7-inch movie soundtrack collection. Not massive, but it's not something that you get a lot of 7 inches for now. Back in the day, you'd have 12-inch singles for movies. I've got, like, on our own, I've got the 12-inch version of that single. They don't do singles now on 7-inch or 12-inch vinyl anymore. The vinyl's still going, obviously, because we're still here, and you get the classic, oh, vinyl's coming back. Never went anywhere. It was here the whole time. Yes, it was. But no, they don't really do it with 7 inches or 12 inches, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd love more 12-inch singles and 7-inch singles if they did them, but it's just not happening. So anyway, that's my 7-inch soundtrack movie collection. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you want to see me do more unboxings and showing more records of my soundtracks that are not horror, let me know. I got plenty. You got some 80s and 90s gems. Really have. Yeah. So until next time, people, that's it. Stay safe, stay tuned, stay sick. Tinman and SP, out.